Hello and welcome to part 7 of Learn to Embroider with Winnie the Pooh and Friends. In this tutorial we will be continuing the Piglet on a Rainy Day quilt square using a new technique, the encroaching satin stitch, to create puddles of water on the ground and the lovely light and dark pink stripes for Piglet. You'll also use backstitch to sew the outline of Piglet and the umbrella handle and straight stitch to add some shading to the handle to give it a bit of depth. This video, along with the step-by-step instructions in your stitch library from the magazine, will help you to learn any new stitches. I really hope you'll enjoy continuing your Piglet on a Rainy Day square in this tutorial with me today. So for today's stitches we are going to need the Piglet on a Rainy Day square, the embroidery needle, scissors and hoop, and threads number 50, which is the fuchsia, 62, which is the burgundy, 217, which is the aqua variation, and 223, which is purple heather. To begin with, I will be using 2 strands of thread number 50, the fuchsia, to embroider the light stripes on Piglet's body in an encroaching satin stitch. As a variation of the traditional satin stitch, encroaching satin stitch creates a smooth and blended effect. Follow these instructions and take some time to practice the encroaching satin stitch. And when you feel confident, you can use this embroidery technique to stitch the watery puddles and Piglet stripes on your Piglet and a Rainy Day square. Step 1. To begin, follow our previous guide from issue 4 to create a row of satin stitch. As a brief reminder for satin stitch, I will create a stitch, then create the next stitch very close to the first stitch and repeat to fill in the rest of the area. Make sure you keep the stitches as close together as possible, leaving no gaps. Step 2. To create the next row of stitches, push your needle up through the fabric a stitch length below the first row of stitches. Then back down just above the bottom of the top row and between the ends of 2 stitches, encroaching on the stitches from the previous row. You can vary the amount the encroaching satin stitch comes into each of the layers, which will create a smoother, more blended appearance. Step 3. Carry on stitching so that the top of each stitch overlaps the bottom of the previously made stitches. Step 4. Continue by adding another row of stitches, ensuring that each stitch is placed close together so that there are no gaps showing. Encroaching satin stitch consists of long, closely placed stitches that are layered in rows, with each row slightly encroaching or overlapping into the previous row to blend colours or shades seamlessly. Think of it like painting with thread. Each overlapping stroke helps you to shade and contour the shape you're filling in, like feathers, petals, fur or skin tones. Like satin stitch, encroaching satin is considered a filling stitch and is an embroidery technique often used in needle painting. It's ideal for realistic shading in embroidery images, especially for floral designs, animals and portraits. The encroaching satin stitch is commonly seen in botanical embroidery such as leaves and flowers, and frequently used in animal portraits and realistic textile art. Though it takes time and patience to master, it is an essential technique for any embroiderer interested in realism and fine detail. So once I've finished the light stripes on Piglet, I will then add the dark stripes also in an encroaching satin stitch, using 2 strands of thread number 62, which is the burgundy. I will then finish Piglet's body using backstitch to outline this area, continuing to use 2 strands of thread number 62. For more information on how to do the backstitch and straight stitch that follows, please check out the previous videos. Then I will use 2 strands of thread number 217, the aqua variation, to stitch the water in the puddles using our new technique, encroaching satin stitch. Finally, I will then move onto the umbrella handle and using 4 strands of thread number 223, which is the purple heather, I will add in shading on the handle using a straight stitch. And then finish by outlining the handle in backstitch using 3 strands of the same thread, which is 223. Both of these stitches we learned in the previous videos. And to finish, we're going to secure our stitch by sliding the needle under an existing stitch, making a loop, then passing the needle through the loop to make a knot, and repeat. So that is our third section of the Piglet on a Rainy Day square complete. I really hope you've enjoyed continuing to make your Winnie the Pooh quilt with me today, and I hope you'll join me for the next tutorial where you'll add the finishing touches to the Piglet on a Rainy Day square using detached chain to stitch raindrops and straight stitch to create grass and little splashes in the puddles. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye.